Shadow Legends, we are here with Under Priest Brogni. This guy is changing everybody's account. They're always discording me today. They're talking to me in stream, telling me that this guy on their main account, on their alt accounts, even at level 38, not even fully 50, is changing the way they're able to get things done. Stuff they couldn't even imagine doing before, they are doing it now. The most important about him is to make sure that this A3 is down to a 3-turn cooldown and you'll be fine. By now, I'm sure you know what his abilities are. Yes, we have him in a stun set. We're going to stun a whole bunch of stuff in Doom Tower 118, 119. It's going to be really easy to do. Full auto. That's it. I mean, what else do we need to do? Here are his masteries. These, I think, are some of the best masteries out there. We're going to get Leech. We're going to get an additional chance to stun off of our shields whenever anybody's hit. You know how it works. If you watched my last video on Under Priest Brogni in Arena, stunning people whenever they attack any of our allies with shields, no matter who put those shields up, he's going to help us with that in the Doom Tower. Easily, right? More shields, more control. You're going to see this team. This team is crazy that I have, and all of you guys out there can make it. I'm sure you can make this team. We have over here just some more accuracy, more turn meter, more chance to apply a burn, and then of course we get to extend our buffs up, take less damage, all the rest, get more turn meter here so we can just keep going through the A3 over and over to get block debuffs, to get those shields up. Let's go show you everything. At the end of the video, I will show you everybody's, all their stuff. But don't get too hung up on what I have artifact wise. Speed is very important for the Doom Tower. So at the Doom Tower where I'm at, I have high speed. You might not need that. You can still pass any hurdle you are at. Just use him. Use him, gear him up, get as much speed as you can get, and believe me, you will progress through the game. Every single boss in the Doom Tower, every single boss, every single wave, you can do it. I also did a full auto team with him with Seer, so go check that out like a week ago, going through 66 Doom Tower hard with all those Siffies and Rotos. Full auto with Brogni in there at 60 and Seer in there and just dropping the waves. Pretty fun to watch because it was full auto. He was giving us coverage. But don't get caught up in the gear I have. Yes, I have in-game gear, but I'm fighting in-game content. So just put on whatever the best gear you have, and believe me, you will progress through the game. You really will. Let's run this clip, and we're going to look for when Brogni gets the stun off. When he gets the stun from reflect damage. Whenever they attack anybody with a shield up. And then we're going to see how much he's helping us out with those shields. Okay, here it's going to be a little hard to see, I think, because we're going to get a lot of debuffs up. Now, I have Gnarlhorn in here doing AoE Provoke on a 3-turn cooldown. A very overpowered rare for this, and he's in a Frost set. We have a stun set in Sile the Drakes, a stun set in Sylar, and then, of course, a stun set on Brogni, and they all have Fearsome Presence. That 5% chance additional to stun. So it doesn't matter if they're A1, AoE, whatever else, they are going to stun. Now, when anybody attacks shields on, which they're probably going to attack either Drexler or Blood Twin from the Provoke, or they're going to attack Gnarlhorn from his Provoke on a 3-turn cooldown. There we go. If he had shields up. He doesn't have shields right now. But he does have a Frost set. He is in a Frost set. It's going to be crazy this last wave. This is 118 Doom Tower hard. We have 119 right after this that I'll probably play some music and let you guys look through it. We'll put the gear on everybody at the end of the video with some more wonderful music for you to relax to and watch and see all the gear. But don't get hung up on that. I am telling you. You need certain gear for this high in the Doom Tower unless you're bringing in those crazy legendary champions. Because you need to take control right away. You can't just let them all plow you down. Look at that. That was even a bad start. This was even a terrible start because we had somebody fall over. Which usually doesn't even happen. But that's good that we saw that because Sile the Drakes is so damn strong. Now, if you've been watching and not looking at me, there might have been some times in here where somebody got stunned off of doing damage right there. Boom. Did you see that? Xavia. Xavia just hit all of us, and from the reflect damage from Brogni having this shield set on, she just got stunned. It's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing. So on top of him doing a 3-turn AoE if you have him booked for his A2, he has a chance to stun. His A1 has a chance to stun. Anytime the enemies attack my champions right there, she just got stunned again. The other Xavia just got stunned. Doing damage to us, taking that reflect damage back, and she is stunned. Now we have so much control on this team. It is full auto, but when you go into the wave, when you zone into the next wave, you either need to have Sylar's A3 ready to go, which she just wasted. Look, she just wasted it on these last two guys here. So we can die very easily. You can zone into the next wave, whatever, wave 2, wave 3, not have your abilities ready to go, and you will die. So right now we're going to do manual. We did do a full auto on 118, which you can watch. But here, now we're ready to go. So our Gnarlhorn is fast enough to pick up if Sylar's not ready. And that's just because I have good gear. So I've got my Gnarlhorn fast. He's on a 3-turn cooldown to provoke. So if Sylar's not ready to go, Gnarlhorn will provoke. He's provoking before Drexlar Bloodtwin, which is good, because then if he gets all his provokes off, Drexlar will come in after him and try to provoke. And we want people to attack Drexlar more than we want Gnarlhorn because we want to apply the burns. That's how we're killing them all. The only way we're killing them is with burns. We put up the burns and look, I mean, if they're not provoked, they're stunned, they're slow speed, their turn meter reduced, and they're just taking burn damage every time they take a turn. All of the enemies take burn damage. It doesn't matter if they are frozen, stunned, or the rest. And a lot of people are getting frozen off of attacking our Gnarlhorn, which is pretty funny. So we've got an enormous amount of control, and that's really what you need. If you're going through the Doom Tower, you need control, unless you just have all those legendaries. But look, we get to these waves, and I've been on full auto this whole time. You can see it right over this shoulder. That shoulder right there. Full auto, except at the very end there, I wanted to make sure we had our abilities ready to go from either Gnarlhorn to AoE Provoke or from Sylar. But we have stun sets coming up, right? We have a special stun set from Fire Knight to farm them. You do need stun sets. You want stun sets. They're very powerful in this game. Now, I show you everything in the Doom Tower because this is the hardest content to do, and this is probably where you're getting tripped up the most. But you can take any of this right here. This is just a wave. This is simply a wave. You could take this team and run it in anything you want. Or you could take similar pieces of this team from all these stuns and provokes and everything else and bring Brogni the way he is right now, right? Bring him in there, and you're going to do just fine. Ice Golem with Brogni, simple. Because you've got a block debuffs, you've got those shields up, you're going to heal off those shields. We do have healing from Sile of the Drakes every turn. But we've also got a lot of healing coming from Brogni as well. Not a tremendous amount of heals. Some, when we get that damage done, all right, we got to have something up here, right? There it is. There it is. All those provokes. Now watch this wave. Watch this rolling. This rolling tide of all this crazy CC on this wave. It gets wild. And I wasn't even paying attention to Arbiter. I was just letting it go full auto. And now what you need to do is select Arbiter here to make sure she dies the first and that she takes the most damage. But I wasn't even doing that. But look, it's wave after wave of either Gnarlhorn provoking, Drexlar Bloodtwin provoking, or we get stuns up, turn meter reduction, stuns from Sylar, or Brogni does his stuns. But we wouldn't be able to survive if it wasn't for Brogni. He adds so much to this. You don't think he does. And look, another stun back there. I think we got a stun off of somebody doing damage. There's been plenty. We just haven't seen them all because there's just too many debuffs up. You really have to pay attention to see the stun off of the reflect from the shield that Brogni does. And he's putting up block debuffs on a 2-turn right there on a 3-turn cooldown. It's crazy. This guy is very powerful. He's healing from damage done to the shields to your people. The shields are simply absorbing all that damage too, so you can take these hits when you otherwise couldn't, and you're not taking those debuffs. And then, you know, from time to time, you're getting off a stun on somebody, which is really stupid. And this is the last wave. And all we've been doing is manhandling this last wave. Now, at the end here, it did fall apart a little, I think. But we got her back up. I think she dies again, actually. Somebody slips through. That's RNG. But at least we're able to do it in full auto. So if you're stuck anywhere in this game, use your Brogni. Just use him. It doesn't matter if you're stuck or not. Use Brogni and get in there and use him. I'll do a video showing every single boss in the Doom Tower with Brogni in it. I'm going to do that next. I'll go through every single one, every single wave, like the highest ones. He could be used in every one. I'm going to do it for this Doom Tower rotation, and then we'll do it as well for the next Doom Tower rotation. This guy is golden. I hope you did the fusion. I hope you're ready to play him. Use him right away. Don't be afraid to use your books, and I hope they all hit into that A3, because mine hit in the A3 in the A2, and I only have like one book in his A1. I got really lucky. So I didn't even put any more in his A1. I have burns right here from Drexlar Bloodtwin. I'm not relying solely on his burns. But guys, come on. And you think that this might not be due to him, that it's team comp. It is. It's very, you got to have a good team comp to go through the Doom Tower. To take all this beating, to control them like that, you have to. But Drexlar Bloodtwin from the Bazaar, Sile of the Drakes, you get in his log reward. Sylar, I hope you have because she's amazing. And Gnarlhorn, come on guys, Gnarlhorn is one of the best provokers in the game. And he puts an unkillable buff on himself for 2 turns. He is better than Buckethead over there with the dwarves, what's his name? The dwarf guy that does counterattack, he's an epic. This guy is better than that epic. He's better than a lot of other provokers out there. Okay, if you have Molly Taker, use Molly. If you have Angar, use Angar. That's fine. But Gnarlhorn is no joke. He is great, and he's in a Frost set, so he was wrapping him up. We're going to hit full auto right here on 119 again. I'll put this at the end of the video with some music going, because it's on 1.5 times speed, so it's going pretty quick. But you're going to see the same thing happen. It's beautiful. You get through here, 118, 119, anything you want. And with these provokes up, you can even do it on the more 2 macabre stages. You can provoke them, and they won't do peril. You can come in here and stun them. This can be used in any stage. But it's also a little bit of RNG. So if they do have the Sky Touch Shamans that take everything off, or if you're going up against Siphi and Rotos, obviously Siphi's passive removes all debuffs from Rotos. So you won't be able to control Rotos, but you might be able to take the hits now from these shields and keep fighting and then slowly kill Siphi, or go watch my video to beat 166 Doom Tower hard with Seer and Brogni in there too. You'll be able to see that there. Let's go look at their stats and see what they have on them. Then I'll play this for you at the end. We'll just look at them together. We've got Brogni here in the stun set. He's got HP speed boots. I like HP because we're getting heals based off of HP from Solid Drakes and Doom Priest and all the rest. They're all usually based off of each champion's max HP. I don't really care to have, plus we're doing shields off of HP. So whatever you do with your Brogni, just believe me that you want to do this. HP gloves, HP chest, speed boots, and then the rest on here is just stuff to give me insane resistance, because he already comes with 90 base resistance, which is really wild. And he does have a resistance lead for the Doom Tower. Do you need to do these stats? No. You could have 0 and 0 here and decent speed, like 200 speed in a stun set if you wanted to, and then copy these masteries and you'll be set. You don't have to be this fast, but I like him this fast because I'm going to throw him in other things for me at in-game. To go through the Doom Tower bosses, I like to have him this way, but you do not have to have him this way. Also, same thing with Drexlar Blood Twin. I have a level 50 Drexlar that I'm going to start using for videos, just because this gear makes people think they can't do it. When they see this gear, they're like, "Ah, Stu, man, that's too much speed for me, too powerful for me," and it's not. Just try, guys. Try. The formula is correct. The team comp is correct. You can get in there and do the same thing to beat anything that I've shown you to beat in the Doom Tower. Every single boss. I have shown you how to beat every single boss without those crazy legendaries. You can take everything that you've seen there and make it work for your account. Eventually, if you need to farm some more gear, everything is gear dependent. You can't do anything in this game without getting gear to move up. It's all about farming gear. That's why I love this game, because we have this variable stack gear that we farm and we keep rolling. If it's no good, we throw it away. If it's great, we're like, yes, we get to replace something. Same thing for Drexlar. HP, speed, because all the heals that I take him in with and other things in this game, same thing. They all get heals based off of max HP. I'm not trying to get damage off of his defense. All I want to do is come in there and get these burns up with him. He's very fast at 251 and a lifesteal set. These are the masteries I've had on him. If you've watched any of my other videos, you would have seen there's Giant Slayer at the bottom. These same exact masteries weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Same gear, all this stuff right here. I do have them booked out. You don't have to have them booked out, but going through the Doom Tower waves, this does help you. On a 3-turn cooldown, this does help you for the waves. For any of the bosses out there, you don't have to have them booked. And I've got him in lifesteal with Giant Slayer to get some additional damage and heal back. So that's Under Priest Brogni. That's him. Here. Stun set again. We've got a stun set on top of somebody who already does stuns. She's not at super fast speed. She does have great accuracy. But look, she does stuns right here, right? But she's also magic affinity, so she can weak hit. And we get 2 different checks. When we have stun set on somebody like this, we get 2 different checks to stun. So she'll do this move, right? And then she'll try to stun at this percentage. And then she'll also try to stun a second check on that stun set. And then we've got Fearsome Presence to add 5% additional to this, and 5% additional to this one as well. And she stuns a lot then on her A1. It's pretty damn good. I've had her like this for a very long time, and I really like Style the Drakes this way. I think it's the most powerful for waves in the game. Very strong. Then we've got Gnarlhorn and Sylar. Sylar, guess what? Stun set. That's right. Fearsome Presence, stun set. Again, I've had her like this since the Doom Tower came out. Belor the same way. If you've watched my videos, guys, it's the same stuff over and over. But now, with Gnarlhorn in here and a Frost set, I don't know. I feel like this is the best thing. A 3-turn cooldown to provoke, and he puts Unkillable on himself. It's wild. I just went with the stun set. I put glyphs on to make sure I got really fast speed so he could help out. If Sylar was down on the next wave, he could come in there and provoke everybody. And he's at 267, 263 because we're using the accuracy lead from Drexlar Blood Twin. and he just comes in. We got HP, defense HP, just because speed substats were so good there. Look at that speed. I know this speed is a little bit crazy on that one, but we could have picked up speed other places, right? We've got really high speed here, accuracy, a speed of only 11 on the banner, so maybe you've got a better hit on that banner, accuracy there. And then we went for masteries. I didn't finish off the masteries. If you needed more resistance and you felt like you needed that, you could. If you want more accuracy, you could go for Eagle Eye with him. But really, with this Frost set on Gnarlhorn going through the waves, it's crazy. 3-turn cooldown to go ahead and provoke. And then over here, we put an unkillable buff on for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. This guy is no joke. He seriously will save your team going through those waves. If you have a similar team to mine, you'll still get those burns up with Dregstar and burn them down. This guy is really, really good. And he's really fast because I need over 265 for all those waves high up in the Doom Tower, just like my Sylar, so that when we first zone in there, we can take control immediately. Because if we get all those hits off from them, we're going to die. We're definitely going to die. But that's it, everybody. Use your Under Priest Brogni, please. Just believe that everybody out there is correct. This guy is definitely a top-tier champion. And for progression, the Doom Tower, for all bosses, for anything out there in the game, he's going to help you. Spiders, I don't care what it is. This guy is going to help you. It really doesn't matter. Anything in the game. So if you're hurting and you did the fusion, go ahead and feel confident to level him up. You will not regret it. I promise you. All right, I'm going to play that last video of that 119 run on auto with some music for you guys. Subscribe if you haven't, please. And I will see you all in a video soon.